get calls every single day from solo drivers. And they're like, why do I have to be a team? Why can't you run as a solo driver? How do I become a team? Where do I find a teammate? I get those questions daily. So we thought we would touch on that, give you guys a little bit of information in case you are a solo driver, really wanting to get into expediting, especially with Hyfield, why you need to be a team and what to look for in a teammate. So.
Exactly. So you guys have heard us say dozens of times, we only work with teams. And the reason we work with teams with what we do is because basically that just fits our business model. And that is where the revenue is the most in the expediting field with the carriers that we are at, both Panther and FedEx. So their freight just requires that, for the most part, that it's run with two people. There are solo drivers at both of those carriers.
Just not with Hyfield.
That is correct. Just because of the way our sleepers are, they're custom built sleepers. Again, it doesn't work for us to not to run with solo. So we will never do that. However, a good team though can maximize their earning potential when with two people driving. So you can go twice as far as you can with a solo. You can go coast to coast where you can't do that so much as a solo. Dynamics of a good team and things that you want to look for in a teammate. If it's, of course, a majority of our teams are a spouse or significant other. I will tell you that's just the commonplace for people who decide to try to get in this because they're gone away from home for so long. It's difficult if your family's at home and you are the only one out on the road. And so over the years, we've had some successful teams with that model, but it's not the norm for what we do. And it's not the longevity of the teams that we get. They're usually with someone that they can stay out on the road and travel with. So you're looking for someone, number one, that you trust. This is the person that you're going to be sleeping in the back of the truck they're going to be sleeping while you're driving and vice versa.
Very close quarters. So
yeah,
making sure that you can trust them is a very big deal.
Someone you can trust, someone that you get along with very well. Again, you're in a 10 by 10 box for weeks on end. And when I say weeks on end, I say that to say that our most successful teams stay out over the road in this scenario for 6 to 8 weeks is typically what where they see the most potential, with the revenue potential that folks expect when they come out here. Because I know, Delina, they call all the time and they're like, what do I make? How much can I make?
Now Hyfield only requires that truck is running a minimum of 75% of the month. You will hear me say that till I'm blue in the face. But our more successful teams, like Kelly said, do have the ability to stay out longer. So certainly, if you and your teammate, if that's what you're looking to do, make sure that your teammate has those same goals. If you have one person needing to go home every 3 or 4 weeks, and the other one's like, no, I want to stay out for 2-3 months at a time, probably not going to work.
Correct.
For you guys.
Someone who, if they're not your significant other, and it's someone that you're choosing to teammate, a friend, a relative, a sibling, a parent, whatever it was, you got to make sure that your financial situation aligns so that you both have the same goals and you have the same work ethic to be able to do the job,
to obtain those
so
goals.
that you're both able to pay your bills and things with what you're making. That's important as well. I would say it's important to be with someone that might have the same, what's the word I'm looking for? And
let me pull out our note napkin.
Oh,
True Chicks fashion.
well,
Notes on a napkin.
it does always help to be with someone that likes to have fun the same way you do,
Sure.
because you do have downtime on the weekends in these trucks, and you're going to be parked.
That's okay.
So it would be good to be with someone that likes to get out. If you're a very adventurous person, and your teammate is a person who doesn't like to do anything, that may or may not be a good fit either. Just because getting out of the truck, you've heard us talk about a bunch of times, is key to your sanity and to having fun and enjoying the lifestyle that you've heard us talk about this be.
You want to be able to definitely enjoy those things, like she said, on that downtime. Back in reference to the financial goals, endorsements. Hazmat endorsements are recommended, but yet they are not required. We highly recommend these because it will open up freight opportunities for you, some new financial options for you, I guess, if you will. But both of you have to have it. So if you have one person who has their hazmat and the other one's not willing to get it, your financial goals may not align at that point because it's going to close off a significant amount of freight for you.
Correct.
If the other one doesn't have
You
that.
don't have the opportunity to run it unless both drivers in the truck have the same
Same with
qualifications.
passport, because we do run those to Canada. If you're interested, not a requirement.
You would both have to have that as
Hazmat,
well.
tanker, twig, passport, you name it. We highly recommend as many endorsements as you can get. So.
But you want to go into it with someone that's on the same level as you are as far as endorsements go. Or even if they don't have them right off the cuff, if they're willing to get them for sure, because that can be you can get that while you're out on the road, you know, it's your first home time, you get your fingerprints and things. So those are just a few of the things that make a good team dynamics together.
And location
would be
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yep.
If it is not your significant other, hopefully if it's your significant other, you're living in the same household or at least the same state. But if it is not your significant other, making sure that you have already talked about and agreed upon your home time. If you have somebody from Pennsylvania and the other one is from Florida, how are you going to do home time? I'm not saying it can't work, because we've had teams make it work. Okay, one home time we're going to be in this state, another home time we're going to be down here. It's however you two choose to work it out, but make sure you discuss that.
Yes, because that can become an issue if you don't know. And believe it or not, we've had teams that have come on board that really don't know each other at all, that really want to get involved. And while I commend them for saying, I need to find a teammate because this is really what I want to do, just a lot of time, if you are considering driving with someone that you are not really familiar with, I would highly recommend spending some time together prior to getting into that truck and asking the hard questions about their habits, whether it's personal hygiene, whether it's what they eat, whether it's how often they stop, whether it's you know
Certainly.
the
Do
things
you have
that
a dog
do.
and are you a smoker?
Yes,
You
I
know,
mean,
the last
those-
thing you want to find out is that they have pets and they're a smoker and you're not on truck move-in day.
Correct.
That has happened, and that is a complete fail.
So we've run across lots of experiences with people that have worked, and then lots of teams that have not worked for whatever reason. And there's sometimes that's just how it is. But we recommend that you are very selective in who it is that you decide to get in the truck with, because you don't want to go through all the process, the approval, spend the money to get what you need to do and get prepared to do this, and then have it not work out for you because you don't have the right teammate. So that would be what
It's a lot of work.
Would
Okay.
caution you, yes, just to make sure you go in it smart.
So, questions about teammates, or completely, well, not really opposite end of the spectrum. If if one of you are over the road already, the other one's kind of thinking about it. Maybe husband's over the road, wife's kind of thinking about getting her CDL. You have some questions, we can certainly get those answered. Give you a little bit more information on that. So, drop us comments, connect with us,
Suggestions.
contact us, call us,
Any of the above.
whatever you want to do. We're here.
Absolutely.
Not 24 hours a day, but we are here. We'll get back to you. All right, that's it. Chicks out.
Checks out.
Bye, guys.